So, how much? I know you said during the week that you've lent more into AI.
Yep.
How much of it are you using now for content?
I don't use it for my captions.
Mhm.
I use it for the themes of my post.
Yeah.
So I will ask AI. So once I tell AI, it's already built in. Chat's name's Bestie for me. So Bestie already knows who my person that I'm speaking to is, has photos of testimonials, has photos of results.
Yeah.
I've put all my results in there for my lifters, like all of that. So I've like built a solid foundation of who I talk to.
Yep.
And that there's enough of my language in there. It will outline, so tell it what posts to give me. So I don't like doing a lot of reels, so I'm only really doing one reel a week at the moment. 1 to 2 reels, and one of them might be carousel, might be reel. I can like interchange it.
Yep.
Tell it what style of post, so still, reel, or carousel. How many times a week I want to post. And then I tell it to give me the themes of those posts.
Yeah.
If that's not enough, and if I'm having like a little bit of a writer's block or something like that, I will ask for, can you tell me what type of photo to post with it? Or can you tell me a little bit more?
Yep.
But I use it for the themes because my language, once I've got the theme, it doesn't take me very long to write out a caption.
Yeah.
Based on that theme
Yeah.
and what's relevant in a check-in from that week or anything like that. So that's the level that I use AI for in that, which I know that I could lean in deeper with that. And there are days where you have those blocks, and yes. But yeah, that's kind of like to the extent that I am at the moment.
I think a lot of people lack the confidence to do that. That like, is this right? Is it like, so the AI helps in that a little bit. It's probably a 3-month period that I was kind of like stepped out of content creation. We had talked about it on the pod, I think, where I was just like, I just need to get stuff out and just stay relevant. It's still the ChatGPT version of me because there's fucking 3 20-page documents about who I am stored in there, and podcasts, transcripts, and all sorts of shit. Like, it's close enough that most people were like, yeah, Ben could have said that.
Yeah.
But I had no emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
I think more and more it's becoming more and more obvious, at least I think, because I use AI so much. Like, I saw one of Layla Hormozi's posts the other day. I'm like, that's fucking chat.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit disappointed. So then I put it out to my followers and was like, do you care? I had 35 votes and it was like 87%. Like, it devalues it if I can tell it's AI. I'm like, okay. So I was like, back to the drawing board with how we build our campaigns. Like, it needs to come out closer, and then I can just edit it and make it perfect.
Yeah.
So we made a content creation prompt or template for you to use in ChatGPT. So the first part is having a prompt that works. The biggest mistake that AI makes, apart from like fucking everything saying journey and grind and hustle and there's a few others that you're just like, I see you.
Yeah.
Here's the truth, is my fucking, that kills me. But it also sells all the time. So it writes your content like it's an ad all the time, which is really unsuccessful to build a community, to build trust and buy-in and stuff. If you should buy my coaching, you should buy my coaching, you should buy my coaching 5 days a week, it doesn't really work. So the prompt itself, build me an organic content campaign in the tone that we use. So we've got a maverick tone, which just seems to work with chat. I would never say that.
Yeah.
It said it, and then I was like, okay, show me what that looks like. And I was like, this is sick. It's perfect. So it's kind of like, for us, it's like, we're not the influencers. We're not standing in front of our cars in suits, and I haven't seen you in a blazer with cleavage out. Like, it's not really our vibe.
I haven't got there yet.
So we are deliberately now like leaning into that.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't even now ads and stuff now, like me in the car, me selfie mode. It's not, we have TAM. You guys know we can produce really good shit, but it's not, we don't want to be that. We want to be the coach that's for coaches that don't just want to be famous. They just want to be great coaches.
Yeah.
So no influencer fluff, no polished guru language, conversational, blunt, practical. Every piece must stack value, so it has to teach, inspire, or entertain, and never sell. Should work as reels, carousel, stills, captions, or weekly emails. Use the structure provided, and then we go in and actually write. You guys will get this when you go get the free download. The structure we use for all of those platforms and the captions. So it's got a hook, it's got a description, it's got inform, everything else, dot point of how to put together a good piece of content. Then we go into first how long you're going to run the campaign for. My recommendation, I've always said, do 4 weeks. You can do 8 organic. I just wrote a 6-week one. It nearly fucking killed me. So the amount of times I said to Jess, like, I'll have that to you tomorrow. And then the next day said, it's going to be tomorrow. Because it just got too big. So do 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I do it a lot. Like I write 4 campaigns a month. And I was still like, this is doing me. I think the emails got to me more than anything. What your content's going to be. So reels, carousels, whatever. Hint, we have what we think works for most personal trainers already preset in here. So you'll get a good guide for that. Whether you're going to do emails, yes or no, and then what your CTA is. So what you're actually trying to get people to do. The core campaign, what's the one result or takeaway that people would walk away from this campaign with? So yours is strong and hot.
Yep.
Mine, that'll probably launch the same week this comes out if Jess builds it, because I've finally fucking finished it, will be don't quit your job yet. Don't quit your business yet. Go into pain points, and then we actually go into building the content itself. Now, I did this 2 ways. I've used this for both the STC Learn campaign and for my own. For Learn, because I've made so much content for Learn in it, I was like, I reckon it'll get this right.
Yeah.
If I've given it, I gave it the resource, so I gave it the actual prompt. We're making about this. This is the pain points that I want to solve. So I listed the 4 pain points and what I wanted the takeaway to be. And I was like, write me a 4-week overview and just see. I had to put a little bit of work in, mainly with the hooks.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't quite snap the way that I wanted it to.
Yeah.
But the content, other than the first line, was really good across the board.
Yeah.
And it nailed what those weekly topics would be. Because my performance coaching, it's still newer in my building in the AI space. But I think I'm learning how I want to show up in that space.
You're also, like you've put years into the messaging of Learn.
Correct. Yeah.
Like it's even mentally for you, it's years. Yeah. The vision has been years.
Yeah.
You have thought about this, but the intricacies and the specifics of it are still fresh in your brain, so you can't. And seeing whatever chat throws at you is also helping you see what you do and don't want.
Yeah, 100%.
Putting you in that direction.
And the where I'm going with the performance coaching is very me-centric, which I've never really done because I coached women.
Yeah.
So I couldn't talk about this is how I deadlifted 200 kilos because not many of my girls deadlift 200 kilos.
Yeah.
So this is it was fucking spring of 2018 and I cried into my steering wheel because I was so overwhelmed. Like I've never done content like that before.
Yeah.
Because Learn is the team.
Correct.
So this is me like, I've fucking been where you are. I've hurt how you've hurt. I've struggled how you've struggled.
Which is a different level of vulnerability for you showing up online. I find that stuff so easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey guys, by the way, this is my eating disorder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas like for you, like that level of personability and vulnerability online is different. And I'm, so guys, Ben actually told me he was nervous for me to see his campaign content. So naturally I went and looked at it.
Yes.
And I was like,
I'm sweating now. Not even lying.
Yeah. Like it's so different for you, but like different in a good way.
Yeah.
Knowing you personally, obviously, and knowing the work you've put in to Learn, I was curious to see, like, obviously what you offer as a performance coach is different to what we offer in business coaching and mentoring for Learn.
Yeah.
There's a different element to it, and I was really excited to see how you would differentiate Ben Scott performance coaching from STC Learn.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really liked, because you had to bring the personal aspect into it.
Yeah.
You had to. Like personal brand in that was going to be so important.
Yeah.
And you
have to want to work with me.
Correct.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go do the group, go do the group coaching.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was great.
Thank you.
I haven't scheduled it yet. I just wanted to look at it.
Just wanted to read it because I said I was scared.
Correct. I was like, let me judge him, and I didn't judge you. I was
Very
like, this
good.
is great.
Yeah. Coming back to what I was saying. So the weekly kind of layout, I let it go for Learn.
Yeah.
And then for my coaching, the performance coaching, so business, training, mentality, hybrid, I wrote all the hooks for each week. As much as like I wanted to get into the head of the person a little bit more and get into my own head a little bit more personal brand kind of thing and just see where it landed. It definitely took, say for the 4 weeks, probably half an hour longer to do that when you allow for the editing on the back end of letting chat do it in the first place.
Yeah.
So it felt quicker, but then when you add up all the time that you had to go edit, it's not that much slower to plan it out.
Yeah.
So if you're still learning who you're talking to, what your audience is, how to communicate well, it's more personal than I think writing those hooks yourself. Like just the first line of the post really would be beneficial and it won't take you that much longer. Like it still took 3 hours, which is fucking nothing for 6 weeks of content. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know coaches that take more than 3 hours for one daily post.
Correct. Yeah. By the time you warm up and get going. Yeah. So then we look at the structure, which we talked about. Email structure as well, if you are going to do weekly emails. So my whole campaign is building an email list, and you get an email series with four emails that you can apply. Insight to me as well, but actually application stuff that you can apply to your business.
Beautiful.
Which means I had to send emails on the front end. So there's 6 emails out, 4 emails on the back end. The biggest hack I found for making emails interesting was just using voice to chat and telling it to make a story arc out of it. So the prompt you have is a story arc already, and then I just told the story and chat wrote it out. And then you just have to change here's the truth.
The amount of editing I've done of like even Learn content and stuff like that, of just like going through with a fine tooth comb being like, add more person.
Yeah, that sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
Voice will save you a lot of time with your prompting on ChatGPT as well. And then the last one's like campaign rules. So write like our talk, short, blunt sentences, conversational tone, no selling, value stacking, the length that we want, carousels, how you want the slides to look, how the emails are rolled out, and then keep hooks and visuals varied each week, so it's not the same all the time. So you can literally go download what I just was looking at on my phone as we went through that for free. Just go to STC Learn. It'll probably be in the show notes as well.
Yeah.
Give it a go. I think you can do a 4-week campaign once you've practiced in 60 minutes.
100%.
And then production, if you have templates for your carousels and your still images, that's fucking real quick. I don't know how long you take to do them because I don't do them anymore. And then like if you've got reels, whatever production time you have for that.
I think as well, this is going to be my advice based on, I'm doing a lot of market research when it comes to the delivery of content and what's the averages and what's going well and what's not. And because I get to look at a couple of different businesses from the back end, you don't have to over commercialize the look of your content.
Yes. I had this conversation with a business yesterday. I didn't talk to you about this before talking about it, but I know you and I have had this discussion before. I'm sorry, like people are writing in their notes app and that's the slide and it's popping off because what they're saying is valuable. Yeah.
I'm not saying like, everyone should do that. However, it's not like, yes, presentation in terms of if I land on your page, am I physically recoiling because there's so much going on?
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe do something about it, but not everything has to be that set, colorful, like stick to the same colors throughout, but like, yeah, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm trying to think of the word.
We've peaked and gone over the hill of like polished content.
Yeah, like your photos with words on them, which has always been my, like, I've always done that because I get paralysis in Canva otherwise. I've always just done photos. And honestly, if you're someone that wants to make it look more polished than just writing on, front page photo, make sure the text, read all of Tam's advice on the STC Learn page. So Tam does a lot of posts on STC Learn about how to get your content to look less awkward, your reels and your texts. And I actually divert a lot of people to go and look at that. Do that. And then your swipes, just add a little bit of color, like make the gradient a little bit different in the background.
Yep.
And then keep going. Like if what you're doing is stopping you, because if you're like, I don't like the way this looks, just post the fucking thing. You can post the exact same thing again in 4 months' time. People won't remember and you can make it look different.
Yeah.
Like don't stress.
For context, so you took over my social production a month ago. I think it was engagement or reach. I think reach was up 43%.
Yeah.
In the first 4 weeks.
I wanted to make you look less like, funny we're talking about AI, but I wanted to make you look like less like a computer. Like I wanted to make you look more like you.
Yeah.
Picking photos where you're being Ben.
Yeah.
Having your Instagram profile be you.
Yeah.
Because something I like to remind people as well is you are not famous enough for people to follow you just because you're in the industry.
Yeah.
Just because. No one's going to do that.
Yeah.
They're either following you because they like the way things look, they like the way you look, the way they like what you say, or they like who you are.
Yeah.
All the results you get, yes. So they're the only reasons people are going to follow you when you don't have an explosively massive profile.
Yeah.
So making sure that people know who the person is that's posting. Otherwise, they would just go follow. If they want food, they'll go follow Equalation.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Is that the way it's? Equalation. Whatever. They'll go follow that page.
Yeah.
If they want food. Like they're coming to you for who you are, so don't lose sight of that as well.
Yeah.
Your page can be pretty, but if that's all you're worrying about, worry a little bit more about getting the value out there first. That's the most important.
Yeah.
And then you can forever refine the delivery of that as you go.
And like even saying my engagement's up 42%. Cool. If we didn't know, because it was a deliberately planned campaign with a deliberate structure, the post types were the same every week. The layout was the same every week. So now we can say, well, that worked.
There are two things. The two main changes in your content over the last 4 to 6 weeks has been more storytelling.
Yeah.
And more you.
Yeah. So we know, because we planned it 4 weeks in advance, when I go into the next 4 week plan, I need to keep that part going forwards, and then these ones did shit.
Yeah.
So don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
This time I'm testing reels, but super, I don't want to say they're not boring. The content's good. But it's like, it's on my couch, it's in my car.
Yeah.
They're not high production. They're not B-roll. They're not even like in here in the studio that it looks super polished. So I had the thought of like, I could put a headset on and put my fucking lapel mic on.
Yeah.
And record it in here so it looks high end. Like that's not who I want to deal with.
Yeah.
So we'll try that. And if I fucking since doing that, I've had 3 people tell me that carousels are doing better than reels. Shoot myself in the head. But we'll see what the metrics do.
Correct. That's the other thing. Like your I'll just be blunt. Your content's not doing bad because reels aren't doing well at the moment. Your content's doing bad because people didn't like your post.
Your reels aren't good.
Yeah.
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 Because everyone's winning on something.
Yeah.
It's just they've got to be good enough.
Yeah.
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 So it's that. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Even when I did one of my reels last week talking about squats, I said how nervous I was to do it. Did the squat fucking, you can't see anything, ripped a hole in my pants, spoke about that. Spoke about how everything went wrong, got a PB. That reel got me 19 followers.
Yeah.
The singular reel.
Yeah.
And it's like, people love a journey.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I have to tell a story about the squat, not just
post my squat. And then when I just posted my bench, it didn't do as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, I'll do for my post this week. So it's all part of my campaign.
Yeah.
It's just the delivery I continue to refine based on the data that we look at.
So the take home I want, if you're listening, is you can only know that if you're tracking it. You can only track it if you have a plan. The same as your training program. You need to have something that's repeatable to be able to make adjustments. Otherwise, you're doing it all off feel, which will mean that you got no fucking idea what you're doing and you'll spin your wheels forever like we did.
Yep.
All right. Go to the website, get the free AI prompt, build your campaign in less than 3 hours. And if you are interested, You can also go sign up to my mailing list and grab the Don't Quit Your Business Just Yet. And you jump on the mailing list so you get weekly emails, and you'll also get the 4-part series of why or how to not quit even though you want out of your business right now. Because I know every fucking business owner's felt it. And don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, do something, make the audience bigger for the episode. So Jess is happy next week. Thanks.
Good chats.
All right. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.